Y'all already know. It's an it's an interesting day. It's a real interesting day. Hold on. I almost forgot something. Really interesting. All right. See, are we frozen here? Just a minute. Just a minute. All right. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning, a good day, had a good weekend, and of course we gotta going to talk about all the weekend stuff here. Well, the weekend thing. I don't know if there's weekend stuff. Um, of course, I'm gonna come back to this later. Bitcoin's at 63,000 right now. It was oh man, I'm sorry. This stuff is just funny. We were at 60,000. We were like at 52, 53 last week. Now we're 10,000 grand up. 10,000 up from last week. Up 3,000 from 24 hours. Um, as well as Ethereum. And y'all know the whole Ethereum ETFs coming or whatever. But yeah, sometimes, y'all know the old trick when people tap you on your right shoulder and then they go over to your left shoulder and you look the wrong way. Or there's the whole somebody throws rocks and hide their hand. This is what all the stuff is. This is what we call distraction. And me and my lady talk about this quite a bit, and me and some of my friends. I'm a complex thinker. I'm a very intelligent person too, but a complex thinker, and I have the tendency to make things way more difficult than they are, or at least I have in the past. And sometimes it's just basic: throw the rock, hide your hand, tap them on one shoulder, go to the other. Now, for me, this stuff doesn't really work on, but I realize for a lot of people it does. Um, Distractions, and I'm gonna get to it in a minute. Uh, oh yeah, so we're not even at 63, and now we're headed up to 63 too. Am I missing some news in real time? Um, I'm gonna talk about some news here. Well, obviously, y'all know what I do every day. Let me see. Did something? Oh, that just happened about five. What was that? Hmm. We're so back. You thought? I think you're making a joke in reference to that little wheel I showed y'all last week. 63 two right now. Anyway, so let's get to this. Germany's done selling the Bitcoin. They have zero Bitcoin. They don't have any Bitcoin left, so there's no scare of the Germans selling their Bitcoin anymore. Not orchestrated at all, y'all. It's not orchestrated at all. Please don't think it's orchestrated. This is kind of dope, making me want to go over there. South Korea. I'm sorry, I didn't even pull it up. My bad, y'all. South Korean government is ruling. Excuse me. South Korean government and ruling party are considering delaying the taxation of cryptocurrency investment gains from January 2025 to January 2028. Looks like I need to make a move, but it's probably too late. The Ministry of Finance said it has not made a final decision and expects to release next year's tax law amendments later this month. Cryptocurrency capital gain taxes has been postponed twice. Man, must be nice. That must be nice. Oh man, that must be nice. Anyway, last week, everybody was bearish. And as I was saying, Bitcoin's around 53, 52,000, 54, somewhere around the area, and everybody was bearish on it. And why everybody's bearish? People were collecting. So the ETFs brought in over $1 billion into the Bitcoin spot ETFs last week. Yeah, we're not going to drag it out because I'm just be real honest with y'all. And it's my channel, it's my show. I can talk about what I want to talk about. You can always click off. I'm very, 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 very disappointed in adults this weekend. people as a child and teenager that some of them I looked up to, and you know, depended on them to lead me in the right direction and all that kind of stuff. Very disappointed. And as y'all know on my channel, I talk about what I want to talk about. I'm never on the far left or far right. I say what I want. I don't really care what anybody thinks. I know I say a lot of things on my channel, make everybody not want to come back, but and it's got to speak my truth. You got enough people just shilling tokens on their channel and scamming people. We have one of the best Patreons, I believe, getting some of the greatest projects. Some of them you will see later on, may not be right now. But anyway, I was very disappointed in adults. We're gonna get to the main topic, the whole I don't even know what to call it on stream. The attempt. What I'm being honest, what pissed me off was, as I keep saying on this channel, I've been saying this for months. Am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying. I've been saying for 6 and 7 months, probably getting on your nerves. Hey, don't let politics divide you and your family, your friends, all that kind of stuff. And so over the weekend, even in the group, we talked about it. We chatted about it a little bit. I said my take on it. And but as on the weekend, I'm trying to enjoy my weekend, just chill. So it wasn't until this morning when I came back to, fully looking at social media timelines, looking at crypto Twitter, which there is no crypto Twitter this morning because everybody's distracted. The thing that pissed me off the most, and I do mean piss me off, kind of hurt at the same time. I tell y'all, I'm not on any side of any political party. I've said multiple times I have a lot of conservative views. I do not call myself a Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, and none of that trash because it's all fake. But to see grown people that I admired growing up saying stuff like, "Oh, they missed the shot," or they it's different. Let me say it this way because y'all gonna think I'm inhuman. I know what a joke is. I know what a joke is. I was sure plenty of people were gonna make that joke, but it's different when people are literally angry that they're saying, "Oh, they missed the shot," and they had one job, and he was a sniper, and all that kind of stuff. And on the other side, as I've said before, I'm sorry to say, you don't have a hero. It's all fake, man. And we're gonna get into some. I'm gonna use facts. I'm not even gonna talk about opinion stuff, but I'm gonna say one opinion thing. Then we're gonna get to the facts. For the people who saying, and you mean wholeheartedly, I'm gonna say it. Some of y'all are probably in my group. Y'all probably gonna be mad at me saying this, but you gotta check your heart, check your mind, check all of that. Because as I said, it's only made to divide and conquer. There are no political parties. There's only Vanguard and BlackRock. That's all there is. There ain't no political parties. Y'all should chill on that. And for the people who on the other side are happy, you don't have no Iron Man. You don't have no Superman. You don't have a Batman. Think with your logical brain for 2 seconds and ask yourself, if somebody was shooting at you, would you get back up to throw your fist in the air for a photo op? Have you taken the time to think about that? I've seen so many people. I saw so many people giving themselves the answer. Once again, I'm gonna say it once again. If you're just tuning in, or if you haven't watched my channel before, I don't hate Trump. I don't hate Biden, but I do dislike both of them in different ways for different reasons. And I'm not even talking about the political stuff because, as I said on my channel multiple times, they're just mascots. There is no political party. But ask yourself that logical question. I see people like, that's a real leader. He didn't run and crawl. No, that's stupid. I'm from the hood. I know, I was about to say the K word, but I know unlifers, KILLERSers, that are some of the toughest, most gritty people I know. And every time you hear a pow, you gonna duck. And yeah, you might be a KILLERS, you might be a straight gangster, but you're gonna duck first, then you're gonna pull and draw, look around, assess the situation. There is not a single person on this planet that is gangster enough to hear a gunshot and say, I'm gonna stand up. Y'all, come on, this is like cartoon stuff. Y'all gotta, this is a real leader. This makes him tough. This is blah, blah, blah. Once again, I've already told you months ago they're going to win. This is not me saying, oh, don't vote for him because there is none, bro. He's going to win. I've told you before. Let me say this too. You know what a conspiracy theorist is? And I'm going to help y'all out. A conspiracy theorist is a person who every time something happens, the idiot always has to say something. You know what a conspiracy theorist is not? A person who tells you something's going to happen before it even happens. I've been saying this is like, this is the script. This is how it's being drawn up. First thing is like, oh, he's got a felony on his record. Once again, they're gonna put him in office regardless. But they got, oh, he's got a felony on his office. And let me backtrack. The overall arching reason they're gonna say that he won is because the black vote picked up for, the Republicans. So they got to say he's got a felony, so he resonates with black people more. Then they go a step further. Now, mind you, if you go back and look, and I'm not going to do the hard work for you, go back and look when I talked about the felony stuff and look how I was talking to me between the lines. Because let's be honest, y'all, I speak frankly on my channel. I'm a black man. I cannot say this was going to happen on my channel. Therefore, they would have been coming for me. It was like, been trying to act like, oh, how was you connected and blah, blah, blah. You said this on your YouTube channel. This was going to happen. Oh, we got to bring you in. I couldn't say that. But if you go back and read between the lines when we talked about the whole felony thing, I was saying it. But I couldn't say it on the channel because, as I keep saying, one thing I know from when I talk to people who write and people who've been writing longer than me, and they call themselves screenwriters, I'm like, you don't know what the beats are in the script. Like, you've been writing for 10 or 15 years, but once you know what those beats are in the script, you kind of see where it's gonna what's going on. There's a couple of beats in the script, and I've told y'all, do this before for fun. Go find the movies you like. Find 2 action movies you like and go find a kid's film and tell me if they don't line up exactly. All the same beats. I don't care if it's a cartoon bird running through the forest trying to save the love of his life, or it's Identity, whatever the movies are. Born Ultimatum, Identity Thief. It could be any movie. They all line up the same. You just got to pick the parts out of the script and find out where you are in the script. Only thing with this is going on with us now. We know what's going on crypto and blockchain. But on the other side, you still got the presidential campaign. So you got to cross-reference on what points are they using to do what. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling today. So I saw one guy. He said, this is stupid. Trump is the most important thing to us right now. How could they let him stand back up? I don't know. Say your statement again. Trump is the most important thing to us right now in this country. How could they let him stand back up? I don't know, sir. You think about it. You think about your own statement. I don't know what to tell you. You think about what you just said and you ask yourself the same question. But ask yourself. Don't come to Twitter. Don't ask anybody else. You go sit in the corner in a rocking chair, turn off the light, and talk to yourself and ask yourself that question again. How could, if you think Trump is the most important thing in this country right now, and he must be here to get the presidency, ask yourself why and how would they allow him to stand back up as the Secret Service? Interesting. I remember when I first was, as I was getting older and getting to, where you could vote and just really getting into politics and stuff. And I remember getting upset with people about saying stuff like this and saying your vote doesn't count and them trying to say that Hillary and Trump were friends and stuff, not realizing all along, all this stuff is just factual stuff. What was the other thing? The other thing was the multiple. Here's another thing. I said this before on the channel. I'm gonna say it again. You have old geriatric people running the country trying to play old geriatric tricks that worked in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and maybe the 80s. And they're still doing the tricks now, realizing that a lot has changed. The main one, we're not going to go down the whole rabbit hole, but the main one is we have smartphones. We have smartphones with a camera on the front and a camera on the back. Now let's go back to. I know. I actually, y'all. If I'm just being honest, once again, I'm not trying to knock any side, but if you're on the Democratic and liberal side, you got to get your mind together when you're wishing death on somebody, no matter what they did. But now let's go over to the Republican conservative side. All right. So on the Republican and conservative side, we mostly we gloat about our army. We gloat about our army, our defenses, uh, our military. Right. Very bullish on it. We say that's one of the main reasons why we have so much power right now because people don't want to f with our military. Right. Now we're talking about our military as far as when they go fight wars in other countries. Let's just create the picture here. I usually try not to use this type of language, but let's create the picture here so you can understand what we get at. We go over to other countries and we get that oil, and you say we're badasses. We these badasses, right? We go over to other countries, we do our thing, but on our own soil, a 120-pound soaking wet dweeb can crawl across a ceiling while 200 people are recording and pointing out the fact that there's somebody crawling with a weapon 100 yards away. Mind you, we have some of the best snipers in the world. We have the best military. We have the best Marines. We got it. We got it. But yet and still, on our own soil, 100 yards away, a little dweeb can crawl across the roof with a gun while people are shouting that he's crawling across the roof with a gun and alerting the authorities that he's crawling across the roof with a gun and alerting the Secret Service that he's crawling across the roof with a gun. And everybody thinks this is real. I don't know if they're putting something in the toothpaste. I don't know if I have more gray matter in my brain, but the stuff just doesn't line up, y'all. And it's just more and more distractions. And I told you before it happened what was going to happen, and yet people will still say I'm conspiracy theorist. Like some stuff is just in your face. We're not talking about my thoughts and my opinions. We're talking about the facts. This is no longer my thoughts, opinions. Forget all the stuff I said was scripted. Forget that I said is fake. Just focus on the facts that a 120-pound crawled across a roof with multiple people shouting that there is a person with a gun. And then there was the other guy who said he was supposed to shoot, and they told him, he said, I have an eye on the target, somebody with a gun. This is my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. And they told him, don't shoot yet. This is interesting. Very interesting. Let's not to mention the WWE or the WWF or ECW, whichever one you want to go with. Let's not forget when we seen Stone Cold and Mankind. And I don't think The Rock did it too many times, but the old pack to the face, the little blood pack to the face. Not to mention, I'm an actor too. I kind of know how this stuff is done. Done it before. I've done this scene twice. I've done the scene twice. Uh, then you get covered. You hit the ground. Makeup runs in. They finish the makeup. I'm going too deep for y'all now. Let me stick to the stuff y'all can see and not the stuff y'all can't see. But wow, dude was wild. I mean, he didn't have any covering. He was wide open on the roof. Multiple videos, and then there was the guy who's the ex sniper who he told his story, and by the time he realized what he said, because he's a patriot, he took his story down. But everybody was like, "Oh, look, the sniper said blah blah." Actually, there's a bunch of sniper stories now that are telling their side of it. But there's one guy who started it, and he was saying how it didn't make sense and why it didn't make sense. He spelled it all out, and then the people in the comments who were, you know, Trump supporters or whatever, they were pretty much saying, "What? Wait a minute, what that would mean is it's orchestrated, it's fake." And then he was like, wait a minute, I can't put that message out there," and he deleted it. But now you got all the other snipers doing it. The 100 yards away is really the thing that got me because I'm pretty good with weapons myself. I got to watch what words I say on stream, but I'm really good with weapons myself. I have some training, and I have a few myself. So um, when you first master that 100 yards, which is really nothing if we've been honest with ourselves. I don't know if y'all know if y'all have. I'm trying to think what to say on stream. If y'all have used weapons before, if you have practiced that before, um, 100 yards when you first start, you think you're doing something, and then you realize like this is amateur level. Especially when you're talking about rifles, that's amateur level. You're really trying to get up to at least 400 when you feel like I'm okay. I'm the man now. But 100 yards, child's play. So it's crazy that let's not even talk about his shot from 100 yards. We're talking about the fact that all the Secret Service and the people that's supposed to be protecting the president can't see a person 100 yards away, and people think this is real. Um, yeah, and it's just funny all the people talking about how incompetent the Secret Service is, why they let them stand up, how long they took to draw their weapons, and as I said in the group, it was it's a touchy subject for most. But I said before in my stream, I've had people unlifed by the police before, police brutality, way before Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice and all this stuff. So it doesn't hit anybody harder than it hits me. Like I said, I'm from the hood, so I see a lot of, even when I have this conversation, people from the suburbs be like, "Oh, you don't understand the calls and the fight." I was like, "Bro, I've been here way before you. I've been dealing with this way before you." So I even stated, "Why would he come out here now?" See how can y'all hear me? My mic should be good enough to kind of cancel that noise out. Let me know how y'all hear it. But it's always the devil. As soon as you get to the good parts, I'm gonna wait though, unless y'all can still hear me pretty clearly. They cut this grass way more than I want them to. That spot is not even that big, to be honest. Interesting. Anyways, let me try to go. So back last election run, it was easier for people to say, in which it was, because once again, I know acting, I know writing, and I know a lot of stuff. But when the Democrats were playing their games and had their little skits going on, um, some of the protests were even close to my home and stuff. No people who were down there. I knew a lot of people that were down there. I told them I wasn't coming because I felt like I'm all for the cause and stopping police brutality and all that kind of stuff, empowerment of black people. But I was like, me standing around in the hot sun holding up a sign is just I don't see where the change is coming there. So I didn't go, but I knew a lot of people that are out there. So I have multiple stories of people telling me how it's cooked up. Like all of a sudden, another group of people who weren't there protesting with them were all of a sudden there. So it was easier for the conservatives and Republicans to say, "Hey, man, this is acting, this is fake," which it was. But now that it's on the other side, it's hard for people to admit. And what the part is, what I do understand, without trying to be condescending, is I know I'm a human. I know what it's like when you realize something you believed and you felt strongly about, and you feel like you find out you've been bamboozled. Your ego and your pride will not let go of it. Your ego and your pride wants to say, "No, no, but I've been wearing this red pen and this blue pen, and I've been going to do this and that, and I've been representing, I've been sharing the articles about my political party and what we stand on," and to realize you all been getting bamboozled the whole time, and it's hard for people to admit. So I understand that. So I don't want to be condescending in that, but you just gotta let it go. When I found it out, I felt some type of way because I feel like I'm smart and I'm intelligent, and I'm like, man, these people been like playing with me this whole time, and it's just all a game, and there's no two sides, it's just one side, and they just using this to divide us. And Hillary and Trump are actually good friends, and um, so on, so on. And once you feel stupid, so you sit there for a couple of weeks, or at least I did. And I'm just like, all right, so all right, they've been playing me, but you got to move forward after that. And like I said, we talked about it in the group or whatever, but we got to move on. We got to focus on how we can make money, because you see how they were, while everybody was distracted with this, how they're buying up all the Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then you see the price run. Now, this is what happens. You know what happens? And y'all all, I'm not saying you all, but let's say some of you get distracted with it. I can't say most. What you say is, you'll say something without realizing you're saying, and you'll say, "Oh man, look at this thing that happened with Trump. It's making the markets run." What is the markets? Did the markets run because this happened to Trump, or did they know that you were distracted and they started buying while you were distracted, and it's the top 1%, the same whales that are buying. It's not retail investors. It wasn't us that said, oh, this is good for crypto, let me go to my tangent and buy some crypto. That's not what happened, y'all. If you go look on chain, you can see that's not what happened. It was the whales buying, because it's the oldest trick in the book. Throw something over there so people look over here while you do this over here. It's not that hard. And I tell myself every day, stop making life hard, because it really ain't that hard. They use the same basic tricks over and over and over. So know the market, as in people, retail investors, us. We did not start pumping the market when on this news. They knew you were looking over there and they started pumping the markets. So I'm gonna say once again, I'm very disappointed in the stuff that I saw adults posting, between the people who were, like I said, I am a human. If you make a little kiki joke, all right, cool, I understand dark humor. But for the people who are actually angry that this man didn't get unlifed with this shot, I'm just highly disappointed, because you got grandchildren and children watching. Um, no matter what he's done, and to be honest, I've said, and I'm gonna say this too, as a person, like I said, I got conservative views. I'm very disappointed in a lot of the dog whistling comments that Trump made last cycle to the people who are full blown racists. When the looting starts, the shooting starts. Like, I didn't like that at all. Um, granted, but as far as wishing death on somebody and stuff like that, especially what I know now, that he's nothing but a mascot. Hence the whole photo op with the fist up. Yes, great photo op, great picture. I see people saying, "Oh, the Democrats never have a picture like that." You're probably right. Congratulations on your picture, but if you take time to think with your brain, none of this makes sense. Nobody is standing up. Matter of fact, if you do, you're gonna get that fist. You're gonna get that fist above Secret Service head. You're gonna get that fist in the air, but to bring your whole head back up for seconds at a time while being shot at. Come on, y'all. Come on. This, please. I know you want to feel like you gotta win. You want to feel like it was bullish and he's just this Iron Man, but it's not true. It's all an act. It's some of the worst acting I've ever seen. So I really don't feel like talking about this anymore this week. That's why I spent the time to talk about it today. Not only that, nobody wants to talk about crypto this morning, because if you, I mean, I dug. First I thought I was. Let me be honest. So I go in here. Um, I got to check my portfolio, see what I want to buy. If it's DC opportunities, then I skim through my Twitter crypto people, right? And I said, okay, maybe I'm skimming. Maybe I'm not doing good enough. So let me go deeper. Nope, just everybody talking about the same thing. Nobody's talking about crypto. So it's not just me. You can see some people didn't even do a show today because nobody wants to talk about crypto. They just want to talk about this. So that's what I'm gonna talk about, because I don't want to really address it later on. Um, so games. And what I said in the group is, I feel like a lot of times, and this is not the first time, they get these people to do this stuff, and they say you're going to be a hero. And you know what? Don't worry, we got you. We're going to make sure that you don't do a lot of prison time. We got you. And then it was like, psych, bye bye, go meet your maker. And then I see people pulling out the fact that the kid was in a Black Rock video. So I've been seeing that. I think one of you guys shared it in the group first, and then somebody I know, they screen recorded. I don't know if you know you can do this. You can edit on YouTube, but they screen recorded the video before. It was 49 seconds, and then they screen recorded the second version, which was 43 seconds, with taking the kid out or whatever. Enough talking. It's all games, man. And I just don't want y'all to get distracted. And as I have said way before this incident even happened, the main goal and the main reason I'm talking about this is because I'm saying, do not be cussing out your friends and your loved ones and people that you need, calling them stupid. Uh, you know, because it's the crazy thing this time is, it's not even just dividing Republicans and Democrats. It's dividing the Republicans amongst Republicans and dividing the Democrats amongst the Democrats. So they got like a five-way split going on here. They got y'all all effed up in the head, and everybody just. I've seen people say stuff to people this morning that's just like, man, we back here again, and this is all it took. People that I know that love each other, and not texting each other, not calling each other on the phone, just straight up on Instagram and Facebook. People that they love commenting on it, put, well, you blah 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 blah. Like, wow, it's so easy to divide y'all. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all can't let them play with y'all like this, man. This just stuff is just too obvious, man. It's too obvious. And the last two things I'm gonna say, I'm gonna repeat. Ask yourself, if you're getting shot at, would you stand up again for that amount of time to get the person another chance to shoot at you? Number two, if you believe our military is so great, do you really believe that they will allow this man to crawl across the roof in front of everybody seeing this 200, 400 people videoing it, shouting it out? And you think they would let this happen if it wasn't stage or inside job? And I love this, the way they're trying to, now that they realize, like, oh, I told you this wasn't gonna work. People got phones. Now they're back and forth with is it inside job with the CIA, or is it overall? It's an overall inside job. It's all scripted, y'all. It's not an inside job of one person at the CIA, but they're gonna find somebody to put it on. And they're gonna be like, this is the person, this was the traitor. And people are gonna be like, see, I told you, yo, it's all trash. You know, almost didn't even want to stream today. I was cool the whole weekend, even talking to y'all in the group about it. I was cool. It was this morning that really just made me realize how much this has already like got people going crazy. Um, yeah, I just rambled today. I don't care. It's my channel. Um, don't fall for it, y'all. There's people you love, and you have no business saying some of the stuff that y'all have thought about saying, or you probably already said to people that are your cousins, your aunties, uncles, grandmama. You know, I don't know. I guess it just don't work on me, but it works very easily on. I don't know, man. Lorm said, "Good morning. Good morning to you." Blackmore fam said, "Good morning. Good morning too." Crypto Rose said, "We are so back." Yeah, I noticed how everybody feeling. Um, EA, what's up, bro? I feel like I ain't talked to you in a minute. I don't even, I don't know, man. But what's up? Um, I finally got the stuff together in my gym and stuff. Some of it was already put together, but I got to hit the gym today. I got a full gym downstairs, and so I need to get on that. But pretty sure you're doing your workout right now. I got to get on mine. And some say you're right. I don't deal with politic people. Don't understand why. Yeah, I remember like as I was getting older when people saying if you're not in politics and you don't understand it, then you're not an adult. And then as I was getting older, ladies was like, I won't even date a man who doesn't understand politics. So I was like, well, I got to get in this and I got to start understanding this thing, you know? And then started understanding, and you realize that the less I understand, well, I don't know how to say that, but it's not really anything. If you follow the couple, if you follow finances, that's what you really do. That's what we're doing too. If you follow finances, tell you everything else. All the other stuff is just fluff, man. Mopar said, "What's going on? What's going on, man? How you doing?" And some said, "That's your thinking face." Tad Ape said, "Good morning." Excuse me. Mopar said, "Definitely want to hear some crypto news pertaining to us, man. I wish it was some. You know what I should have did though. See, like I said, and it's crazy. I see people coming on the channel like, oh, all he does is ramble. Like I'm not here to talk about picks on my channel. I just talk about the macro. But I wish it was. I wish I would have found some news. But nobody's talking about news. But if I would have paid attention that there was probably no news, I probably would have been just digging through our projects and seeing what updates they got going on. I do see one that's updated, and I'm loving it. I'm talking about they don't care what the crap is going on. They true. I've like I got faith in this project, man. I'm just so it's crazy because I don't know if even y'all would even guess which one I'm talking about. But I was watching them a lot last week, especially I think Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday is where I spent most of my time with that project. And I don't even know if development is the word to call it because it develop when we talk about crypto development, we talk about completing the roadmap, making people bullish, exchange lists and stuff like that. They feel like a real project. Matter of fact, I mean, of course, I wouldn't invest in them if they weren't a real project, but it's not like they're even focused on that. They literally, I feel like they really love their project. And I just spent some time listening to them talk last week. And anyway, I said all to say is yes, what I wish I would have did. I wish I would have been focusing on discords and maybe tweets of projects and stuff like that. But yeah, people, yeah, on my channel. If you don't know, if you're watching the channel, you just been watching and don't know, I'm not gonna talk about no projects on this channel. Everything, all the stuff is in the Patreon, and that's not for me to steal your money or take your money. It's just so the group can have a time to accumulate, and that's where we keep the value at. But when I come on here to talk, I'm just talking about the macro, and yeah, most time it's probably my opinion or something like that. But I do try to state facts more than my opinion. But that's not what I do on the channel. But man, I'm really actually it's a couple of the projects, but they're not. It don't seem like they really focus on like. I know this is gonna sound contradicting, but it don't seem like they just focus on token price and stuff like that. Like they really development. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I should have started. After a while, I should have knew what it was going to be. That was, and look, let me be honest. That's going to sound hypocritical, but that's what I'm talking about. When you get so your ego is so, and this is me too. When your ego is so in there, you like, nah, but I'm a find crypto news. I'm gonna do it regardless. I'm gonna, or I'm gonna be Republican or Democrat. I'm gonna be Democrat till I die, regardless. And it's like that's just your ego because you don't want to admit that you're wrong. That was me this morning. Now I want to admit that I was wrong. I was like, no, I'm gonna find this news. Because I'm the person that delivers the macro news. It ain't no macro news though. Stop. Like I should have stopped there at some point, but I just kept there. Like I'm gonna find nobody's talking about it. And you go to the sites, no, they're not talking about it. It's a straight up crypto site. And you just see about the what happened this weekend. So I was stubborn, and I should have just spent my time better. Looking into projects and stuff. But I was stubborn because I'm human. Taddy said people want to rally behind a candidate like they're George Washington. Them dudes don't care about you. It's like thinking the stripper likes you. Oh, that's a good reference. It really is, and that's on both sides. Like I said, I mean to the other side because if you're new to the channel, you're gonna be thinking, oh, he must not like Trump. I don't give a crap about none of them, to be honest. But I will say now, it's funny because the Democrats was looking real dumb for a minute when they kept trying to convince us that Biden is in tip top condition and he can run a triathlon right now. And then they come and do this side, and both of y'all looking crazy now because both of y'all talking about y'all believe in something that's obviously fake. Biden obviously can barely lift a 5 pound dumbbell. He can barely speak. And I'm actually, let me say this, I'm wishing him well on his health because actually, it's two of us in the group, well, three of us in the group. One is a friend of mine, including myself. My grandfather's dealing with dementia. His grandfather's dealing with dementia, and another person's grandmother is dealing with dementia. So I'm not making fun of the fact that he's definitely dealing with some mental issues. But what I'm saying is the people that's acting like he's just Biden he's sharp as a knife. Come on, y'all. This is just really disturbing me. I'm serious. I'm not trying to offend nobody, make nobody mad, but y'all are really disturbing me. The links that y'all are going to represent y'all candidates or whatever, to say Biden is still sharp, he's still agile, he's still strong. He's not. He's like, y'all gotta stop this, man. It's crazy because what happens is y'all are allowing them to keep playing these games because they're like it's easy. It's too easy to divide them. They gonna still say Biden is sharp in the mind. These people are gonna say Trump is a war hero now because he stood up to bullets like he's Terminator and ducks down and then all of a sudden jumps up like I will be back. Like, bro, why are you back? Why are you back, bro? You should have stayed down. You're not the Terminator, bro. Who made you Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, what? Come on, y'all. Y'all allowing them to play with us, man. Taddy said, anyway, do you think the MAGA VP coin will pump? Look at you. Think about your pockets again. I don't know, man. I haven't even seen it. I know that all the Trump tokens are pumping um, over the weekend and stuff, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that stuff is gonna pump. I mean, I've been said it, but I still stay out of the Trump stuff. I don't want to mess with those. You don't know, never know how quick the pump is gonna be, and if you get dumped on. And of course, if you get in, I know people say if you get in early before the pump, then you good or whatever. I try not to mess with that stuff. It probably will. And this is like the third time he said he was going to announce the VP, and that still hasn't happened. Oh, wait a minute! I forgot a news thing. Hold on, let me show y'all some more game real quick, and I'm gonna get back to y'all comments and questions. Watch the game, y'all. Watch this game, y'all. I almost left this video out. My bad. I nobody cares about it. I got like four things I skipped to be honest, y'all. I gotta play this one. Where is it at? Hold on, just a minute. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. Y'all, Watch how they play the game. Remember I said, let me say this quickly because I know I can fumble over my words and ramble. Remember how I said they're going to make people bearish on crypto until they want you to be, and this we're not even there yet. So we're not there yet. But wait till they do want people to FOMO into crypto and get bullish. But here's a little snippet. It's a little long, but I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Watch the games. Watch how it starts now. They know good and well they were talking about the Trump, let's call it the attempt. Y'all know what word goes in between. So they were playing on, but watch this. This is the headline, but watch what they're talking about. This is clown foolery, man.
Now, I know you have been a leader in willing to embrace crypto. You have made it so that people can be in Bitcoin. We hear that you are thinking about Ethereum. These are incredible things. Now, BlackRock is not known as a gunslinger by any means. So you obviously must believe that this may be as an alternative. Is this an alternative in order to be able, because of a deficit, maybe something long-term people should have?
Absolutely. As you know, I was a skeptic.
Yes.
I was a proud skeptic.
Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. The fake laughing always gets me. I'm sorry. I got to talk about this. So I'm going to let it play. This is a tactic. When I first started acting, I don't care what nobody says. I still feel like I'm one of the best actors. But when I see actors come in, one of the tactics they do is they laugh to seem believable. It's like one of the most amateur 101 things you can do. But they always do it. But here we go.
As you know, I was a skeptic.
Yes.
I was a proud skeptic. And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, okay, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. I believe Bitcoin is legitimate. I'm not trying to say there's not misuses like everything else, but it is a legitimate financial instrument that allows you to have maybe uncorrelated, non-correlated type of returns. I believe it is an instrument that you invest in when you're more frightened, though. It is an instrument when you believe that countries are debasing their currency, debasing their currency by excess deficits, and some countries are. I believe we have countries where you're frightened of your everyday existence, and if you have an opportunity to invest in something that is outside your country's control, then you can have more financial control. And so I'm a major believer that there is a role for Bitcoin in portfolios. I believe you're going to see that as one of the asset classes that we all look at. I look at it as digital gold, as I said before, and I do believe there's a real need for everyone to look at it as one alternative to, I would say, the optimism that I have in the world. If you want to hedge hope, Bitcoin is not an instrument for hope unless you're hopeful you're going to make a lot of money on it. But I look at it as a vehicle in which you're expressing your financial acumen in something that you're more frightened of the world, you're more frightened of your existence. And I believe there's a great industrial use for it. And I think a lot of people are missing that.
I couldn't agree more. I changed my mind about it when you did. You had been my thinking. It was like, you don't believe in it, so I can't believe it. I want to thank Larry Fink for the message of optimism.
Thanks.
And also for a great quarter. Larry Fink is the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of BlackRock, I think the most important investment company in the world.
Thanks, guys. Carl.
Boy, all this fake laughing. I mean, there's so many things I could say. This is some of the most scripted, like, y'all waited to the Trump attempt and y'all use that, like, we're gonna bring him on right after, when everybody's paying attention to the news. You're gonna segue right off that with it still, this headline still on the screen, and you segue into talking about this. Now, this is not bearish for us. Like, cool, it's not bearish for us. You want your bags to be pumped, but that's what I'm saying. Why, while we're in the background, everybody else is not seeing what we're seeing. The games they're playing. They know everybody's paying attention to this whole Trump thing, and this is what they decided to talk about. These games I'm sorry, man. They need better script writers, better directors, something, because I guess most people don't believe it, but they definitely took this opportunity this weekend and to do this. But man. Oh man. Let me see. Let me pull this other thing up I had. But Yeah, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Let me get back to where we at over here. Um, all right, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta get my window back. All right, cool. My bad. Black Mufis, and when you and EA doing the joint live, that's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, I was going over his show. I was going over his show for a minute. And actually, I'm gonna be honest, I like doing them better because when you got somebody to bounce off and talk stuff, talk to stuff about, is easier. But I get up early, start getting my new story together. I do my show, and we've been trying to get something together on like near the weekend and stuff, and with him and Jay. But I'm be honest, y'all. I be going to rest, man. Especially around Friday. I be trying to rest, and I do this show, and then I'm like looking at other stuff during the day. And don't forget, I still do music and other production stuff too. So, but we definitely got to get something together though. We did it a couple times, but we got to get back together and do some stuff. I'm trying, especially in my life now. I don't know if y'all hear me. I keep talking about the fact that I don't even work out anymore, and I'm really a gym rat. Like this is the most I have not worked out in my entire life since I was like. I'm being honest. I think I'm joking, but since I was like 11. Like this is the most I have not worked out in my life. This bull cycle. So I'm trying to bring more balance into my life, but I'm gonna get it in there, and maybe that's gonna be one of the things to get more balance in my life. Trying to schedule that stuff in. Um, we got Taddy says, "Oh, can you tell us which one you're talking about in Discord?" Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I'll try to do it. No, you should, or you just ask the question, so I know you probably paying attention. Uh, I think I'm typing this in the right place. But yes, I just did. Um, Mopar said they looking juicy. The projects I do love. Zoe knows his stuff. Helped me out with 10K of content. Create a shilling bags. Oh yeah, I forgot that you're that same person because y'all names be different on YouTube and yeah, yeah, your bags before, man. I don't know, but I think you just talked. You made a reference to one of them. Like that's the one. That one's a sleeper. That one's definitely a sleeper. Not many people know about it. When I say not many, probably almost nobody knows about it. As I said, people be coming on my channel trying me with these crazy comments, talking, bro. Oh, you said this about blah blah blah. You don't know crypto. I'm like, bro. I know the space way better than most of the people y'all be watching, but yeah, I saw that one. Actually, I'm a little upset. If you don't know, you just got in the group. We usually get upset when prices pump because I still be trying to accumulate, and I was liking that range that project was in, but now it's flying. And pull my portfolio up over here. Yeah, that's some bull. Yeah, I'm telling you, once the cycle goes, y'all gonna understand why I was mad about prices pumping because it's like I mean it's simple, really. You just want time to accumulate. Yeah, dang. I mean, maybe it'll. I know this is not what y'all want to hear, but I hope it comes back down. I just really do. But it is what it is. Yeah, people find out, man. I mean, I ain't worried. Like I said, I'm not even trying to have the biggest group. I'm gonna cut my group off at a certain point. But by the time the people realize that they should have been in the group, it's gonna be too late, man. Um, Fly 75 said, "What's good, bro? Yeah, you called it. Shake my head. I still think we need Max Payne before we fly. Patience has been key. Don't give up, folks. As soon as you get bored and you need your money, September will be here." Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. It's gonna get crazy and stuff. It's gonna get crazy. I still wonder about that whole Jamie Dimon thing. That's another thing. Speaking of my time, I got to sit down and really try to cross reference all these events that I know are coming up or whatever to see how they're going to try to push this market. And once again, I've been saying for months, I was like, there's a lot. I keep saying there's a lot of events. Well, I guess 6 to 7 weeks now. Is it 5 to 6 weeks? Where we at? Where we at? So I guess it's about 6 weeks now that they're going to use to my lady sent me a message. Uh, um, yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of things they use to pump and try to dump the market. So we're gonna see how stuff happens. Teddy said, "Why does the dude's voice sound like that?" Oh yeah, I mean his voice really sounds like that, but it sounded worse in that video for some reason. I don't know, like he was gargling something. I don't know what's going on with Kramer's voice. Um, Teddy said that dude sounds like a puppet from Goosebumps. Yeah, Kramer got a weird voice, man. I don't know how people listen to him all the time. I don't even know. Um, wait, what's going on? Grown men really shouldn't giggle. Yeah, man, that's them just trying to be. That's just them trying to be believable. That's them trying to be believable. That's all that is. And it's like I said, it's one of the weakest. It's one of the weakest tactics, man. Like to seem believable as far as it's just weird, man. It's just weird. Just but yeah, what they say, like laughing is a what you call it? It unarms people. You know what I'm saying? Makes them not feel like they got to put their defenses up, and so they feel like they can receive what you're saying. And it's, I mean, you don't have to question it. It's exactly what they're doing. They're just trying to be believable, and it's like we know what y'all did. Y'all were buying since when last week when it was at 53, 54. Y'all was buying it up, and y'all just had $1 billion worth of inflows in. So the only question is what they're about to do in the short term. Are they going to do a little 10, 20% run and then bring it back down? Anyway, they're definitely shielding their bags, and I know it seems too easy, but it's not easy for everybody. But I'm gonna start even focusing more every time Larry Fink goes on one of these interviews and start really paying attention to what's going on in the market. It may not be as easy, but I'm gonna figure out what they're doing or whatever. But I mean, obviously they pumping their bags because they just, we know about the ETFs. Nobody else does. They just go into the news channel and be like, oh, he's talking about Bitcoin and they're bullish on it now. And even Kramer's little statement, I sure got bullish after you talked about it. Dude, shut up. Crazy, man. Anyway, Elon said mostly poor people are invested in politics because it affects their day-to-day lives, so you can't blame them. Yeah, I understand that, but man, it's just I've seen some stuff. I've seen people say stuff this morning that I was like, wow, you put this on social media? Like, once again, man, I'm not wishing unlifing on dude. And at the same time, no, he's not a superhero. He's not Superman. He does not have a steel cape and stood up to bullets. He was comfortable standing up because he knew it was no trouble and it was all orchestrated. That's the only reason why he could stand up like that and throw his fist up. And it's like, if you watch, go back and some of you want to, so this doesn't even put you in a place you don't want to be. Go back and watch the tape on loop it. Go and loop it. Watch it on loop and watch him like, hold on, bro. I got to get my photo op. Like, it's not like he just did it. He was like, bro, let me get my photo op. Like, if you go back and watch, that's literally how he looking at dude. Like, you really going to stop me from getting my photo? Like, let me put this fist up. It's like, it's all there. It's like, you don't even have to put it in slow motion, to be honest. Like, it is what, once again, I said Republicans going to win. I already said that. So once again, if you're just tuning in and thinking like you, because that's what most people do. They just listen to a few seconds or they look at a title and they just start drawing conclusions of what they think I am and how I believe stuff or whatever. I've already said that the doggone Republicans going to win. But I said before, they got to build up the story and the script to say, hey, this is why he won. And that's all that's happening right now. And so anyway, don't get distracted by this crap. I hope people don't continue to talk about this the rest of the week and we can get some crypto news and stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, as Mopar has been telling you, he's new. Actually, he got in a good time. He got in better time than some of the other ones. But we can't control. We're not trying to time the market. We just get good projects. But you definitely got in a good time. But we got some good projects in there. Right on time. We got some good projects in there. So if you want to join the Patreon and have some help navigating this market, if you're new, even if you came in last cycle, I'm pretty well versed in the space and kind of understand what's going on and finding good projects and stuff. We're going to try to really lock in on the best projects. So if you want some help, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. And yeah, I'm going to see y'all next time.